Time is precious. A second means the world. By J. the Fudanshi. Me. Summary. It's just what if Aqua fell with Akane? No beta, written in one take before rewatching season 1, also in the dead of night. It's probably really dumb. Barely remembered past the hook because I was so tired writing on autopilot. Corrected the grammar finally on October 12th, 2024. She stood on the rail, her blue hair flowing in the wind. It felt as if one strong gust could knock her over. She looked out upon the sea of cars, miles below her. She was tired. She stepped forward and began to fall. A hand reached out to grab her. Her fall was stopped. Just as she thought that, she slipped further down to the nothing below. She looked up. Aqua? He was trying to keep a hold of the railing. He was slipping. She felt herself being hoisted up just the slightest bit, and felt hopeful. Aqua wasn't letting go of her hoodie, holding on tight. He wouldn't let her fall, but she was bringing him down. If he didn't let go, he'll... As she thought that, she saw the panic bloom on his face, and she felt herself drop. And soon, he let go, and they were both falling down. He was going to die. The wind whipped her face as they fell. It was deafeningly loud. It also felt like forever. She could see the panic on his face. He didn't want to die. The fall felt too slow. She reached out and took his hand in hers. Then it went dark. They were dead. The media went crazy with a double suicide from the Love Now cast. And then security footage of the bridge surfaced. And the internet hated Akane more, saying she killed him. Yet she was also dead. And the other half of the internet was yelling at them, saying how cruel they were. After driving her to suicide, calling her a murderer because the rising star was trying to save her. People quickly shut down the footage as spread, and those who hadn't heard of it kept speculating on their supposed involvement. And some who did see it did think there was something in there. It was touted around as some tragic love story, and yet Ruby was silent at his funeral. She was in so much pain. She couldn't articulate words couldn't force out a sound. She just cried, clinging to Miyako. She was so angry. She didn't know why. The internet was so mean to Akane. She's not a murderer. Aqua tried to save her. She saw the video and almost threw up. But when she saw the comments people made, those who drove her to that point, she wanted to kill them. How could someone be so rude? It's unfair. They took her brother away. If they never drove Akane to suicide, Aqua would have never died trying to save her. He'd still be here, and she was so angry. Kana-chan spent the night when they received the news at their house, and they just cried. Kana knew Akane. She cried. Akane was her rival, but she cared. And Aqua. Ruby knew Kana liked him. She wasn't subtle about it. And he was gone too. Closed casket, his body so mangled. There was dashcam footage from surrounding cars and the car they fell on top of. She remembered Akane's hand grabbing Aqua's before impact, and the blood. It was worse than the bridge footage. She wanted to hug him and talk to him more. Regret filling her as she thought of everything she should have told him, and she was considering disbanding before their first show, but no, Aqua helped her so much. She couldn't disband. He helped convince Lolly-senpai to join, and she wasn't leaving now. The Love Now cast visited too. The show was cancelled after the incident. She hated the show. It killed them. Aqua never got to be an actor, a real one. And he had just started to open up again. Just started showing interest in showbiz again after Mama died. And he never got to do anything big because he was cast into that show. She was still so angry. She struggled to find words to fit. She didn't have Aqua anymore. She didn't have Mama for many years, but she thought Aqua would stay with her longer. He just couldn't let Akane die. She wished Aqua would show his true feelings more. He was different after Mama died. She wished she knew more about him. Being twins, she still knew nothing.
And that was on one take. Yay! I think it was pretty good, given I wrote it before rewatching season 1 in preparation to watch season 2. And I wrote it like on autopilot in the middle of the night, but like I think it's pretty good given everything.
This is another test. Also, throughout the recording, my cat Latte was just clawing at my legs. I'm sitting on the chair, and he's just digging his claws through the fabric, and now it's like really itchy on my knee because he clawed my knee. But yeah, this is fun reading my one shot.
Next up, Rewriting Aurora, Chapter 1.